Why do we sit here being silent, watching our leaders turn into tyrants? Have they forgotten which side they're fighting for? Checks and balances set aside and rule the laws, youth and ours, and Constitution openly ignored. Man, I'm not okay. Think we are being played. Is it time for right and left to join a greater cause? Man, I'm not okay. The rich claim to be victimized just to attack the marginalized. Is 1% really worth more than all the sick and poor? Always preaching about fellowship while planning their dictatorship. Now we've seen how all of this plays out before. Man, I'm not okay. Think we are being played. Time for you and I to join our country's call. Man, I'm not okay. Ever wonder all the mystery, why they whitewash our history, keep dividing is their plan? All in all, such a scam. Algorithm very sly, only used to spread the lies. Politicians know well, hate is simple to upsell. Man, I'm not okay. Think we are being played. Time for you and I to join our country's call.
We are not okay. America is not okay, and we all know that. Former Congressman Joe Walsh, this is The Social Contract with Joe Walsh. Let's figure out how to get okay together. I do like that song. I like our theme song, We Are Not Okay by Federalists Number 9. Go check it out. Go to YouTube and check it out if you're wondering where that song comes from. We Are Not Okay by Federalists Number 9. I really do like that song, even though I quibble with not much of what it says. I quibble with a couple key takes that are in that song, namely that this notion that we're all being played. Like we are a divided people, and we are. It's this notion that that's not our fault. The fact that we're so divided. We're being played. We're being manipulated. Our politicians divide us. Political media divides us. All these talkers on TV, left and right, they divide us. Social media divides us. We're all being played. The American people, the good, decent American people who are, if we could just get rid of social media and cable news and political media and even our politicians, if we could just get rid of all of that, we'd all be living together in harmony, holding hands, dancing together every day, white, black, brown, gay, straight, transgender, far right, far left. It would be a kumbaya. Every day would be a kumbaya if not for social media, cable news, and our political class. It's not our fault, people believe. It's social media. Hey, Joe, it's the algorithms. They're to blame. It's not the American people's fault that we're at each other's throats. It's not the American people's fault that way too many of us hate the people we disagree with. No, it's not our fault, Joe. It's those damn algorithms. It's the damn primary system, Joe. right? Republican, Democrat, the most extreme candidates run, they win their primaries, and then they represent us and they divide us. Joe, it's their fault. It's not our fault that we're so divided, that we're so tribal. It's this notion that we're being played, we're being gamed, we're being manipulated. This notion that we're good, innocent people, no matter our political persuasion, and if just left to our own devices, we could sit down with everybody we disagree with and reach a beautiful, lovely compromise on everything because we're not divided. We all want the same things. But damn, social media divides us. Damn, our politicians divide us. Damn, those cable news talking heads divide us. On and on and on it goes. We're just victims. I push back against that. I'm not defending social media or algorithms or the political parties or the primary system. I'm not defending our broken political system. I'm not defending CNN or Fox News or Newsmax or MS Now. I'm not defending TikTok or Instagram. I'm not defending any of this. I'm not defending the gazillion media sources we all now have, right? That feed us the information we want to believe. We all go places to confirm what we believe. I'm not defending any of that. I'm blaming us. It's June 18th. I think I have that right. I've been out on the road in America this summer. I'll continue this summer. Kind of a mobile workspace this summer, doing all my stuff from the road in far southeast California right now. Traveled across the country. I'll be traveling everywhere. Doing my podcast, doing TV, doing the Substack, doing everything on the road. My office is on the road this summer. But I'm also having conversations with Americans. I'm having conversations with regular Americans, not experts, not political figures, not leaders in their field, just regular Americans from across the political spectrum. All colors, all shapes, all sizes, from our cities and from the country. And I can tell you a couple things. I think we are more divided as a people than the experts and the politicians and everybody listening to me right now knows. And by the way, if you're listening to me right now, the Social Contract with Joe Walsh, Thursday, you're not normal. You're not regular. Most Americans do not listen to or watch podcasts. Most Americans are not on social media. Most Americans don't subscribe to Substack. Most Americans probably don't know what the fuck Substack is. If you're listening to me right now, you are not most Americans. So everybody listening to me right now, who's on social media a bunch every day, you're convinced we're divided. I can tell you, getting out there this summer and talking to Americans who are not on podcasts or social media or Substack, I can tell you that I think we're more divided than even you know. I really believe that. And I can also tell you that this notion of it's not our fault, it's social media's fault. It's those damn fucking algorithms. It's their fault. It's, God, these crazy Republican and Democratic politicians. It's their fault. It's not our fault, Joe, that we're so divided. This notion has seeped down into regular Americans as well. Regular Americans in the main so far believe we're divided, and when you talk to them across the spectrum, we are divided. And they believe big business, big social media, big politicians, the political class, they're all responsible for it. It's an interesting concept, and I want to continue this conversation as I continue my travels. We are divided as a people. I think we are way more divided than you know. I think it's mostly our fault. I think most Americans believe it's their fault. Big whatever. Big tech whatever. All I can do is continue to have these conversations and try to get at some of the answers. Barack Obama, former President Barack Obama, his presidential library is opening later today. Big deal. Chicago, Southside Chicago. Been in the works for a number of years. The opening of a presidential library. Damn straight, it's a big deal. And it's typically a deal, a thing that brings people together again. Witnessed by the fact that every living former president will be at today's unveiling and opening of Obama's library. Keith, we got that headline? Thank you, sir. Biden, Bush, Clinton, they're all going to be there. All of the first ladies will be there. Republican, Democrat, former presidents, Republican, Democratic, former first ladies, all coming together today to honor an American president. Every living former president will be there, Republican, Democrat, because it's that important. It's one of those traditions, thanks, Keith, that's so important in showing the American people that Republican, Democrat, the presidents we've elected are the presidents of all the people. So every living former president gets there with everybody who voted for them. Bush, Clinton, Biden, all there. Because the American president is the president for all of us. But that's no longer the case. This current president, who's still living, will not be there. And there's no excuse excuse for him not to be there. I know he's been overseas. He could have adjusted his trip. He could have gotten home yesterday, could have gotten home yesterday afternoon, could have gotten home last night, easily flown that big old aeroplane to Chicago and made an appearance to help honor one of our former presidents. But no way, no how would Trump ever be there. No way, no how would Trump ever think to be there. A reminder of how divided we are as a nation. And a reminder that Donald Trump is, in fact, the first president in my lifetime. I would say the first president of all time, American president of all time, who's looked the American people in the eyes and said, I'm not the president of all of you. I'm Red America's president. I'm the president of the people who voted for me. I only represent half this country. Donald Trump has openly said that kind of a shit, and he's openly governed that way. There are so many examples. I'll give you just two. Federal disaster aid, federal disaster relief. Donald Trump has used this federal government tool to only help Americans in red states and red areas. Trump has publicly said, when it comes to disaster relief, federal aid, he ain't giving any to blue states and blue areas. He's said as much and he's done as much. Given something like 90% of all federal disaster relief has gone to red states, red counties, areas that voted for him. Donald Trump is the first American president who has made no bones about the fact that he's not the president of every single American. I'll never forget as well, again, there are countless examples of this. My last one is when Charlie Kirk died 10 months ago. When Charlie Kirk was horribly assassinated, the President of the United States went in front of the cameras that night and blamed half the country for what one 22-year-old guy in Utah did. Trump publicly used Charlie Kirk's killing to further divide us. He said it. So it's not a surprise that Trump's not at the opening of Obama's presidential library. He's not a president for all of us. He has no interest in doing anything that will make anybody think he represents all of America. Trump's entire mode of operations is to divide. That's how he wins, and that's how he governs. But the final thought I'll give you on this topic that has very little to do with everything that's in the news today. And by the way, sometimes on this show, and I'm going to do this more often, I want to talk about things that really matter, that are not part of the day-to-day fucking scrum match, part of the day-to-day, let's chase that fucking squirrel thing. If somebody forced me to do a show every day, or I had to come in front of you every day and just rail about the 3 to 4 craziest, worst, most horrible things Trump did that day, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do that kind of show. Final point I want to make. Everybody we elect is a reflection of us. Our public figures are reflections of the American people. Our political class is divided. That's just a reflection of us. The people you and I send to Congress, the people you and I send to the House, the people you and I send to the Senate are a reflection of us. They are just a reflection of us. The people we put in the White House are a reflection of the American people. Hell, the people we elect as mayor, state rep, city council, all the rest, county sheriff, all the rest, they are reflections of us. We spend so fucking much time blaming the people we elect instead of looking at us, instead of turning inward and pointing a finger at us. We spend so much time talking about how much our fucking politicians suck when our politicians are nothing but a reflection of who we are. And so if our politicians are doing nothing but slinging mud at each other, that's a reflection of what we do out here. They think that's what we want. Our politicians calling the people they run against their enemies, un-American, all the rest. They do shit like that because that's what they think we want. And in many ways, they're right, because we've rewarded them. We tend to elect the most extreme, the most partisan, the most, I don't want to reach across the aisle and get along with anybody kind of politicians. That's kind of who we generally elect, isn't that? So why are we blaming them? Why aren't we blaming us? Our political class is divided. Donald Trump is the walking embodiment of a horrible, divisive person. But the American people put him in power twice. Our political class is divided. They're only reflecting the American people. Until the American people decide to do something about how divided we are. Downstream, man, our political class is just going to keep on doing what they do. As a former member of our political class, I'm telling you the truth. What ails this nation is not coming from them. It ain't coming from any public figure in DC. It ain't coming from any American president. What ails this nation? It's got to come from us. The fix has got to come from us. And we're not there yet. Keith, I'm going to stop there because I actually was going to rant about something that Trump said overseas yesterday, because I find it to be so profoundly horrible. But I'll save that. HopeNotFearProject.org. It's right there. HopeNotFearProject.org. It's part of what I'm trying to do to help the American people get off of their backsides and do something about what ails this nation, do something about how divided we are. HopeNotFearProject.org. Check it out. The website is right there. My Substack, socialcontractwithjoewalsh.substack.com, all one word, socialcontractwithjoewalsh.substack.com. Support me. Subscribe to my Substack if you'd like. As always, shoot me an email with anything that's on your mind. The Social Contract with Joe Walsh at gmail.com, all one word. Have a good Thursday. Thanks, everybody. Be brave.
Thank you for listening. Remember to listen, follow, and share The Social Contract with Joe Walsh on Apple, Spotify. Plus, don't forget to subscribe to The Social Contract on Substack. This has been The Social Contract with Joe Walsh.